Welcome everybody to Making Memories with Benji. Today we're going to talk about some grow light systems that we are using to get our plants started before they go to the greenhouse. We have an area in our house that we use to start our plants, and once we get them started and they get so big, then we take them to the greenhouse, and they get a little further along and then they go outside. So that's the way we've been starting all of our plants. So hopefully this video will help you if that's what you would like to do. That being said, let's go on with the slideshow. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the slides and pictures. Give you a little bit of information about the grow lights. They were actually purchased off of Amazon, and I think they were about $9 a piece. I bought 10 of them. They've worked great for us. I mean, you can see the stuff that we've had grow under those grow lights. We have I've got lettuce in here, green beans, squash, cucumbers, zucchini, corn, onions, potatoes, jalapenos, just a whole bunch of stuff growing in the trays right here. Just wanted to let you know that also on the internet you need to look up the zone that you're in, your growing zone, and you can find a chart that tells you when to plant, what's the best times to plant for the stuff that you want to plant. Sometimes you can actually get 2 growing periods out of each season if you plant it right. And that's one thing about having the grow lights, is if the weather gets bad, you're still having your plants in a controlled environment. Once they leave here and go to the greenhouse, they're still in a controlled environment. It may get a little bit warm and it may get a little bit cold, but hopefully it's not cold enough to kill them. And so far, any plants we've lost inside there has been due to just unforeseen circumstances. The growing system has been just absolutely great. Doing everything the way we need to do it, using the charts, using the different fertilizers, and we actually are using a lot of this liquid stuff from Miracle-Gro, and it works pretty good. We're using some that are just regular. Let's see what I got. And this is also from Miracle-Gro. So, I mean, a lot of these products are, you put them in water and dissolve them. And if you watch what you're doing, you can take and put so much per gallon. And you can start your plants on this stuff. And then when you transplant them, you also have to add some more stuff to it, but they've been great. I mean, everything has worked fabulous. I mean, I'm tickled with it. If our garden grows as good as those plants start out here, then we will be showing a lot of videos on harvesting, canning. I mean, it's just, you know, on and on and on. It's just going to be this long process. I think that's pretty much it for this video. But to give you an idea of what's coming up next is we have turkeys that are going to be delivered on the 20th of April. We have meat birds that will be delivered on the 28th of April. So there's a lot of that going on. We have more eggs in the incubator. We're actually hatching some eggs for, you know, several of our friends that want chickens. So in order to help them out, we put extra eggs that we had in the incubator so that, you know, we can bless them with them. You know, it don't cost them nothing. And that's what we plan to do. You know, we'll bless them with the chickens, and then, you know, we'll go from there. Our next plan after the chickens, you know, you'll see where we raise the meat chickens for. They should be somewhere between 8 and 12 weeks. So at 10 weeks, if they're somewhere around 10 pounds, we'll probably slaughter them then. And we'll put those in the freezer. We may show that process. We've been blessed with some equipment to defeather the chickens and stuff like that. So it's not as bad as it could have been, you know, having to do it all by hand. I'm looking for some feeder pigs. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of things going on here. And here again, we live on the back of a farm. It's not an active farm, but there are a lot of areas that are being prepped for food plots. So, you know, right now, just off the top of my head, there's at least 6 in different areas, plus ours, which is 7. So that's going to be a lot of food and stuff that can be canned off of this land this year. And my goal is, you know, at least 50 quarts of green beans, homemade pickles. My wife makes bread and butter pickles, and I mean, we're even thinking about doing some pickled eggs and stuff like that. You know, when it comes time, November, December, we may butcher a hog. We may show some of that. I doubt we show it all, but we may show some of it. And then from that, they'll be curing the bacon. You know, how do you cure it? Well, I use an old refrigerator to cure, you know, sow belly. And then you can take that after, you know, the curing period, and then you can prep it, and we'll have to build a small smokehouse. I don't need anything big. I think what I'm going to try to do is maybe a 4-foot by 4-foot smokehouse so that I can cure the bacon and stuff like that in that. I mean, if we make sausage and stuff like that, we can prep all of that, and we can, you know, cure the sausage and stuff like that in there. It's a little different process and a little harder, but you know, if it's built right, built correctly, then it can do the temperature ranges from, you know, 60, 70 degrees to 200. And 200 degrees is way more than what I need to cure that meat, some of that meat. Maybe we'll talk about doing, you know, salt curing hams, sugar curing hams. Sugar cured ham is not what you think it is. It has a lot of salt in it. But I mean, there's a whole lot of things that we're going to be doing in the future, and I hope you'll hang around and be part of it and just see it. You know, to see it and do it is two different things, but when you can get some help to do it, I think that's kind of good. So just wanted to thank you for hanging around this long, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you.